I am doing a donation of time basically on Thursday the 2nd, while I'm out here to help people do a budget checkup. So I've created my first Calendly event, and I just wanted to see if anybody had any comments on the wording or anything before I started sending the link out. And then I sort of created a, I don't know, ad in Canva, and I wanted to see if anybody thought it was good or had any comments.
Okay, yeah. So share your screen and we'll give you feedback.
Thank you. I appreciate
And
that.
that's one of the beautiful things about the group. And Lydia, since you're fairly new to the group, we do this from time to time where we open it up and members can get feedback on different things that they're making or that they need help with.
Okay, so this is the Calendly. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm looking at you guys, but I'm trying to look at my camera too. So this is fun. Let me just move this over. There we go. So this is my Calendly page, like it's the live view page for it. What people will see when they when they click on the link to set up a time. So what I'm asking for help is, what does everybody think of this description? So it's, did you make a New Year's resolution to improve your finances but have no idea where to start? Do you think budget is actually a 4-letter word? Want insight on how to get out of debt? I am offering 45, I should put a free 45-minute consultations for a budget checkup on Thursday, February 2nd at the VIP Center. Let me help you get started on the path to healthy finances. And then if they click the link or click the day,
they can pick their times.
They can pick their times, and then it will ask them for their name, their email, and what do they want to focus on. A review of budget, advice on reducing current debt, helping to create a budget, or other.
Okay.
Let me go back here.
So I have a question, or is it too soon?
What?
I have a question.
Yeah.
So all of this, everything that you have written up for the budget checkup, is that going to be somewhere else? Because usually someone clicks Calendly link to schedule time with you because they've already seen like this type of stuff. And they're like, oh yeah, I want to learn more.
So that's why I did this. Whoops, hold on. I gotta find it. This ad thing.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
That
and
was
those the three things that the options that you had in your Calendly link. I'm just wondering if, can you go back to those really quick?
Yep.
On your Canva, and I don't want you to add too much, but I'm wondering, could you even say like, you know, review of budget, advice on current debt, helping creating a budget. These are the types of things, just because that might even spark ideas for people of, oh wow, yeah, she can help me do that. Because sometimes people might think of budget like, well, I had a corporate budget, or I have or like budget for my, I don't know, but I'm just saying, I like how you gave those three options that might spur some ideas.
And that's a good idea. It was partly for me to know when they're coming in, what language am I using? What am I focusing on with them? Because it's only 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So, you know, if they want to, oh yeah, this is my budget. I want to understand what I'm doing, not doing, you know, or if they're like, oh, I've got so much debt. How do I reduce, you know, my current debt load? I wanted to know where I wanted to focus on. But that's a good idea. I just have no idea where I would put that in here.
Yeah,
Angie, Canva is not my. No, it's good. That's why I want the feedback. So.
Okay, so can we go back to there we go. I would actually take out do you think budget is actually a 4-letter word? Because I don't know what that word is that you're referring to. I mean, it could be crap, it could be doo-doo, it could be anything. So I'm not really sure what that is, but I might take that out just for simplicity's sake.
Okay. Let me go back. I'm learning this. This is my first.
Yeah.
Doo-doo. Angie, you like the doo-doo word.
Yeah, you really do like doo-doo.
You do.
And I wondered about that, but I was
Because I know that the enemy likes to put a little doo-doo in our brownies and make us like it, so.
You've already ruined cereal for me. I forget what you said about cereal. Now brownies is out.
Believe me, I'm convincing myself as much as I'm trying to convince you. Okay, and then, okay, so I'm offering 45.
yeah.
I would just say sign up for a 45-minute consultation.
I knew I should have stayed on that home page.
Tell them what to do.
Okay.
Yeah, so sign up for a free 45-minute consultation. For a checkup. I would see, here's the thing about this. You have to tell people exactly what to do. So sign up for a free 45-minute consultation for your budget checkup, period. Select Thursday, February 2nd. And pick your time. And pick your time. Appointment will be held at the VIP Center.
Can some of those slots be used for virtual even though you'll be at the VIP Center? Or is this really strictly for?
I'm focusing on Thursday at being at the VIP Center since I've got the conference room and we can spread papers out. So yeah, I mean, maybe later on I would be able to do Zooms, or follow-ups with Zooms, but I really, because I'm at the VIP Center, I want to make use of that.
I was curious.
Okay. So let's take a quick look at the Canva flyer. Okay.
So okay, wait, hold on. I gotta view this. So I can copy this. So I can,
Where is this?
Okay, so flyers, you want to try to minimize the wording as much as possible. So
and exactly why I'm asking for help.
right. So I like the statement. Did you make a New Year's resolution to improve your finances, but have no idea where to start? Want insight on how to get to debt? How to get to debt? Then I would, I'd add some space between that and the sign up for a free. Just, I would add a space there.
Well, do I need to select since that'll be on
No,
the account?
no, yeah, that will explain it. Well, you'd want them to know, so you might even at the very top there, just put Thursday, February 2nd. Up at the very top.
I think I have to do it.
Yeah, and I would say you can probably do this on your own, but I would just put the date up there.
Okay.
And sign up for sign up for a free 45-minute consult for your budget checkup. And checkup, comma, and get started on the path to healthy finances. So delete all the rest of that out. Yeah, get started on the path to healthy finances.
Wait, is there a comma after with an and?
No, not on a flyer. You want to reduce as much stuff as you can. So, okay.
What do you guys think of the elements?
I actually was going to ask, do you have branding colors that you typically use?
Well, this is not anything to do with my branding, this or my life business or my Stormy Waters. This is just something I'm doing to give. So it's just a one-time event thing. And I thought,
Actually have a person, I'd find a graphic with a person who's holding money and is like questioning it, or, I might even do a search in the, under the photos.
photos.
Yeah,
Okay.
go to photos and type in person holding money.
Oh, wow, that actually.
Yeah, so I might have,
How about this one?
yeah. You can.
Instead of the pig? Oh, that's a.
It's
burrow.
good. Yeah, so maybe it's yeah.
I didn't like the pig, but I couldn't figure out what else to do.
Yeah, what I would do is just kind of move everything up so that you have that picture. I would put it right in the middle because it's going to capture people's attention when they see that money. Right in the very center.
Like in the back? Oh, okay. Like,
yeah, and move move that up a bit. So I know you got to put your date up there, but you might shrink down some of the size of that font to maybe down to a 45.
okay.
Well, yeah, I was, so that is,
Oh, that.
shrink it down to a 20 shape, 20 on that is what I would say. Okay, you can leave that. I mean, I would. And I'll tell you what, if you need a little more help with this, you can give me access to this and I can pretty it up for you if you want.
Thank you. Love that.
Oh, Angie's gonna whip that thing up in 2 minutes.
I know, like, come on. And that's why I wanted to ask for help, but I don't want to take any more time. So thank you guys. I appreciate it.
All right. You are welcome. Okay. So now we are going to, so first of all, what did you learn from that exercise? Anyone can answer. What did you learn from that?
Be
Teamwork.
simple.
Teamwork. What, Deetra?
Be simple. Like her message was there and you just really pulled it out in an even more simple and succinct way.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we tend to want to download our brains onto something, and people are like, they're just like reading every other word. They don't want all the extra fluff. They want you to get right to the point so that they know if that message is for them or if they should move on. Anybody learn anything else? And I know Angie is having to be on silent. She's observing today.
Is anybody interested?
Let me think about it, because you just need to be in person, right? let me see if the good Lord's gonna bless me with some finances so we can budget them.
Abundance mentality, hey.
I'm just saying, right? Hey.
Okay, all right, so we're going to go ahead and move on to the topic. So today's topic, it is the theme for this week and next week. It's still the beginning of the year. We're still in January. And one of the mistakes that we make over and over every year is we start off gung-ho and we're like, I'm going to do this and I've got this plan. And then what ends up happening is we end up falling into the same rut, the same behavior that we have before when it comes to working at work or in business. So this really is applicable whether you're an entrepreneur or you're a businesswoman working in the workforce. Okay, it is slanted a little bit more towards entrepreneurs, but it can definitely work. So we're going to talk about how we're managing our time in business and how we can really be productive in that time. For entrepreneurs, what is the goal that we typically have as entrepreneurs? When we're in business, what's one of our big goals?
Making money.
That's
Gain
exactly
money.
right. We need to be profitable. We need to learn how to be profitable, and we want to learn how to also be purposeful in that, right? And so when you're in the workplace, what's a big goal that you have?
Just don't get fired. Oh, sorry.
Don't get fired. What were you going to say, Rachel?
No, I said the same thing, not get fired.
Not get fired. Esther?
No. No. Sorry. You ladies know me. I'm just teasing you. It's to do well and meet your goals so that you get paid.
Yes. Yeah. I
And
mean,
you don't get fired.
all of the above, right? So we're working towards these things, and many times we set ourselves up for failure in the way that we manage our time, around our business. So, and I've heard that over and over, women saying, oh, I don't have time to do this. I'm too busy. And when we get to looking at their activities, I find out that, wow, no wonder, because you're spending all your time over here and you really haven't designated the time over here. So this Wednesday and next Wednesday, we're going to focus on the business side of this. On Thursdays, we're going to look at the mindset side of time. Why are we doing this? What's really behind this? What are we valuing? So if you saw the worksheet with the values, that's for Thursday. Should be attached to Thursday's thing. Okay. Quick update. I'm going to share my screen so that you guys can look at my worksheet that I have here. And just as a reminder, one day to business clarity session is Friday, February the 3rd. And so for non-members, it's going to be $297. This every time I do this session, it's very rich. You get a lot of great intel, you get great direction, and you get a lot of things worked out in one day that normally takes people years to figure out. This is also a session where I walk away and I'm completely drained because I've just tapped into all of my resources. So for you all, what I have said with our new membership programs is that you get 50% off, but I felt like 50% was still going to be too much for you since you're a member. So I'm only charging $59, and that's really to cover the food. All right. So now I'm only taking 15 women in this, and we've already got 3 signed up, and we've just gotten this out. So if you want to do this, you will want to register on this link. I'll put it in chat for you. You should be able to also click on that in your document, but if not, there's the link for you. So what part of what we're doing today is setting you up for success for that day also, okay? It's going to help you to have a general direction on what your focus needs to be in for that one day to clarity. Okay. All righty. So let's have an opening discussion here. And I'm going to give you all 5 minutes in chat. I'm going to put you in threes, and I want you to answer this question that I have here. In general, what do you spend most of your time doing in your business? What would you guess is the percentage of time you're actually spent in that area that you identified? And then I want you to answer, how did this impact your business this time last year? Not this last year, but last year. Okay, so let me repeat that. What do you spend most of your time doing in your business? What percentage of your time is spent there? And how did this impact your business last year? So we're doing a little bit of a look-see, back-see, okay? Okie doke. Let me go ahead and put you in breakouts. This should just be a quick chat. See here. Actually, I'm going to partner you up, and then Angie, I'm going to put you in with Deetra and Rachel so you can listen. Okie doke. Here we go.
Hi.
So I love your background.
I do too.
Thanks. I remembered like, hey, I was like, I redid a new one, and that was our last thing that we did. So I was like, let me put that up there.
Yay!
Good job. That's cool. Okay, so let's talk about this, and why don't we start with Deetra, Rachel, and Angie's group? What came up for you all?
So Deetra said her word was customize. She spent a lot of time last year constantly customizing different things for her clients. And so that's very top heavy, front end heavy. And so she wants to be able to do less customizing and do more focused packages. Did I say that right, Dee Dee?
Yes.
Good. That's a great realization. So let me dig into that a little more deeply here, because I want us to, I don't care if we get to everything else today. This is an important piece of really looking at what's happening. So what was the impact? I mean, what percentage of your time, first of all, was spent, do you think, customizing for clients?
Probably 90%.
Wow. That's a lot. Okay. And so what was the impact to your business?
To the business or to me?
Either one.
So to me, I feel like if I dug a level down, the percentage was probably really spent on a lot of the maybe thinking and strategy, because I kind of started all over. Even if I was putting things together of things I had, things still look different. So just the preparation, the thinking, the recreating of the worksheet, of the email, of how I'm going to do it, just a lot of time recreating.
Right.
So from a business perspective, I don't know that I set real revenue goals. I mean, I made revenue and I made clients happy. I think it was successful, but I don't want to continue that business model.
Yeah. Okay. So you learned that customizing all the time does not make one profitable.
And I think some of that too, I feel like every year I'm getting more clarity too. I'm getting more clarity every year, even on like things like this, because I'm also finding out the things that maybe I enjoy doing, but it drains me. So the money's not even worth it. Then I'm enjoying the things that like maybe I don't enjoy that much, but I can do it like this. And for right now, I'm okay making money in this place.
Yeah.
And then there's some things that I'm like, I just don't want to do that anymore. And I'm not.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm getting more clear.
Yeah. You're narrowing your focus.
And then setting boundaries around it.
Oh, you used the B word. Good
I
job.
used the B word. Yes. Yes.
All right. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Anything else from your group that you talked about or that came up for you?
Yeah. So Rachel talked about, Rachel shared with me. Is it okay if I share, Rachel?
Yeah.
Okay. She just mentioned that there might be some fear of failure. And as a result of that, she finds herself spending time on all these other things that aren't the core actions that would get her business moving forward.
Yeah. Okay.
So she's actually in the process of implementing a strategy that she's going to set some goals. And if she doesn't meet those goals, is it negative reinforcement?
I just finished reading the book Atomic Habits. So he talks about setting up systems to make your habits easier to do. And there's a specific chapter about setting up kind of like a contract with yourself. And there's accountability with yourself that if you don't make your habits, like if you don't do what you said you were going to do, there's a consequence. Like the example he gave was a guy wanted to work out so many times. If he didn't work out so many times, he had to give his wife $100 to do with whatever she wanted, you know? So that for some reason really just struck me because I've tried positive reinforcements and they don't drive me enough. So I don't eat potatoes. Like they literally just, they don't agree with, like they make me gag. So I set a couple of action goals and I bought a box of instant mashed potatoes. And the goal is if I don't hit my goal, if I don't hit my action steps from Sunday to Friday, so I have a whole week to do them, my dinner is mashed potatoes, you know, and I haven't had to open the box yet. So, you know, just the threat of it is helpful. And I did get a customer this morning for my business. So yeah.
All right. Well, good.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's crazy, but it's working so far.
Okay. Well, hey, whatever works, right? So very interesting. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, so let's go on to Crystal and Esther. What came up for you ladies?
Okay, she's cracking up. So like we totally went, like we did not follow directions. I'll just be honest. We're just gonna own it. We're just gonna own it because we really took the opportunity to get to know each other better and where we are in our stages of our life. So however, I can say for Crystal, she spends most of her time right now at the VIP center responding to inquiries and emails on bookings. And what I'm going to, and Crystal, you correct me if my assumptions that I'm going to make are wrong, but based upon the conversation, I would say the impact is that you love being there. Well, you even said that you love being there. And you're also looking to maybe go into expand further and do something on your own in addition to like a side gig or maybe to expand what you want to do.
Yes.
Okay. Very good.
Yes.
So
I know. And then Esther was just being very encouraging and supportive and just asking me the right questions and, you know, telling me that I need to make sure I attend Friday session. She's like, you know, just to eat. I was like, well, I'm going to be here anyways, but I'm going to be helping take care of you girls. And she's like, well, just go in there and take some notes. Absolutely.
You can absolutely come in there.
I know. And she's like, don't be taking care of us all the whole time. Right. She goes, set your boundaries.
I mean, it is, what do you call clarity? Yeah, business clarity session. Mm-hmm. It is. And this is not a shameless plug for you, Angie. I've been through this I mean, I've gone through a couple of strategy sessions with you. It is, you walk out with a clearer idea of where you want to take your business. I see Dee Dee shaking her head. Yeah. And also sometimes you walk out of there going, whoa, so you have clarity, but you also, have a lot of ideas. It sparks a lot of ideas.
Yeah, yes. And I'm looking forward to that. And then, so Esther and I were just sharing each other. For her, she is, she's not in business for herself right now. But I feel that that is coming. She goes, because most of the time she's chasing other people and making sure they're, delivery of what they promise, she's making sure she delivers that, and, always taking care of them. And like, these are their goals, their needs, and she's taking care of that. And she's wanting to be on her own, that's like, it's like she's
That's
and
right.
I know her personally, and it's like, and she is like a good supporter. So I think
Thank
there
you.
is some kind of a support system in there. She has good advice. It's like, so maybe she's going to be a coach one day.
Maybe. Dee Dee, I can read lips.
I forgot you could see me.
You did not. I'm just tired of making sure other people are doing what they're supposed to be doing. I'm sorry. I'm just so tired. I'm exhausted. I'm like,
Okay, so basically, so Crystal, you're wanting to figure out how you can get this side thing going because you're a very creative person.
Yeah.
You're spending a lot of time doing, I know I was like today, oh my God, there's so many inquiries. I need to get in there and help her. But I know we probably need to come up with a strategy together to get somebody in there to do some of these inquiries. And I'm seriously thinking about that. So just know that's what I've been thinking today. We need to get help.
Yeah.
So anyway, good discussion. And so we're going to go ahead and move on to Lydia and Marty. So ladies, what came up for you?
So Lydia is just starting out. She started in September, right, Lydia? And is working, I believe you have your specific niche though for photography, but her time has been spent just really building her foundation. So business development, watching videos on how to just develop more in her craft. And so that's where she is at right now. And then just opening a bank account, all those different things that set you up for success. So that's where Lydia is. So she can't go back to last year and say, this is what's different.
She is in startup mode.
Yep.
Hey, you're going to learn a lot this year. You're going to learn a lot.
Yeah. Well, and it is different in one sense, just, I mean, by degree, I'm a dietitian, so it's just kind of shifting completely. And then from, being a stay-at-home mom. So it's been cool to just see the growth in even thinking that this is a possibility. So, there's growth in other areas for sure too. So, but for Marty, she was commenting on how she has that foundation now because she's been working with you, and she has a website. She knows her target audience now. But correct me if I'm wrong, I think you were saying you're still kind of struggling in knowing how to target that specific audience, like on social media, or is that something?
No, I think I'm getting crystal clear on it more and more because of the different conversations and the developing and listening to all the things. Yeah. Okay. But I think what I was saying is that I'm still spending a lot of time in business development. Like I'm still watching a lot of videos, still trying to figure out situations in Honeybook, how to do that without Angie. Like that's a whole learning curve that you don't realize that you have to go through until you're in it. So yeah, those little things.
I'm sorry, Buddy is back, or Jovi is back here snoring her head off. She's like, Okay, so I digress. Okay, so I hear that. And so for Marty, this is really like you're going into your second year, basically.
Yeah.
You've gotten some good experience under your belt. You've been getting clients.
Yep.
And so, and what I would classify, so when I think about business development, I think about it in terms of this, business development is really searching out places where your potential clients might be, and starting to build relationships with them. So some of the things like the honey book, getting those automations, that's more of your daily operations, your systems and your processes. That actually is classified under daily operations. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to skip down on our worksheet. So let me share my screen again. I want to scroll down to the page where it says deeper dive on your business time management practices, because I'm going to ask you to do a little homework, a little time study in between now and next Wednesday. Okay. So what I did here is I basically put down the major business areas where we tend to focus. And I had an other category because there's always an area that that I somehow forget, and then somebody says, oh, you didn't put such and such. So that's what other is for. That can be your wild card. So when we look at where you spend your time in your business, the first business area is business strategy. And I have here in this column, ideal hours, units of focus. So when we're thinking about business strategy, I have found this is actually my personal recommendation, that you actually spend 3 full days in the beginning of the year. That's one reason why I'm doing the 1 day to clarity, just to get that under your belt and help accelerate that process for you. But 3 full days, and I say 3 full days because it's very intensive. When you start to comb through all of these areas, it can be overwhelming. You need time to think about things and step away, sleep on it overnight, go back the next day and comb through, and you want to get it narrowed down to some actionable goals. And let me tell you, if you've got like 20 goals, then you haven't been in strategy time enough. And strategy time is really a process of saying, hey, what's working, what's not working, what's my vision? I mean, if you're brand new startup, like, what is my vision for this? What is it that where do I want to be at the end of the year? And honestly, doing a SWOT analysis of your business. Does anybody know what SWOT is? SWOT, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. It's a very classic way to just analyze your business. Hey, what are the strengths that I have in this business or going into this business? I have I have expertise. I've got 20 years of experience of blah, blah, blah. I have this equipment. I have, a strength that I have is that I already have warm leads in the pipeline, or whatever it may be. I have a brand new system set up to make things more efficient. Weaknesses. What are the weaknesses? I don't know how to do social media. I need to do Facebook Lives, but I'm afraid. It could be a lot of different things. I don't have enough people to help, or I don't have enough capacity to do all of the things that need to be done in the business, which includes A, B, and C. Right. So those might be weaknesses. And then opportunities. That's the place I like to play. Oh, what are the possibilities? What could we do here? We could potentially have a partnership with this organization over here. So that's where a lot of us like to hang out, in the idea, thinking about what the opportunities are. And then threats. Okay, threats could be, maybe you have a competitor that's right next door to you. Maybe a threat is that you're limited on time because you're actually working a full-time job while you're trying to start a new business. And so a threat could be that your job could just take over your life and you don't have time. So it's, thinking about those things that could potentially hurt you in business. So strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, that all fits under evaluating your business strategy. Okay, products, services, and packages. This is one of the things that people worry about the most. How do I arrange what I sell? How do I actually sell it? How do I put it together so that people will want to buy it? And how much is it going to cost? And how much time do I give away in this package? This is something that we will focus on in the 1 day to clarity session. But you've got to have your packages together, and they've got to be positioned in a way that people are excited about them and they're interested and they know that it's going to solve a problem for them. So those of you that have been in Ready, Set, Succeed, this is something that we've worked on, and so you've seen those packages. Business development and customer relations development. This is a key part of what we do. And once you get going, this is, on average, it's a pretty normal time range to spend 2 to 4 hours per week doing this. All right, marketing, sales funnels, materials design. So unfortunately, this right here is very time consuming, especially if you don't know how to create funnels, how you need to write, you don't know how to write copy and make your own graphics. So I try to teach that as much as I can here in this group so that you can be a do-it-yourselfer. But then there's the actual, okay, let me get this out, let me get this out to the masses. And that, in my experience, has required you to create sales funnels, where you start with a target audience and you kind of draw them into a funnel, and it requires a lot of copywriting, writing copy and designing your materials and getting that out. So that usually, a good rule of thumb there is that you typically spend 4 to 8 hours there unless you outsource it. And it's not going to be cheap to outsource that. So I'll just tell you that right now. So if you're early on and you want to save lots of money, then this is an area that you'll want to do a lot of learning videos on. Or show up in this group and you will learn how to do it all. Branding, visibility, social media management. I put all of this together because really social media management is about managing your brand and your reputation to the public. It does include things like your color scheme, what your taglines are, what your logo is. That all goes on your marketing materials and everything, but also social media is about people starting to recognize your brand every time you show up and you speak about something. They're looking to associate you with something. So I say that 1 to 3 hours per week is pretty normal for spending time there. That includes just the tactical things around it, like scheduling your posts on Facebook, having a schedule on when you're going to post and what times you're going to post. That's included in that. Sales conversations. I didn't equate this in hours, but what I said is that depending on your business, you should be getting anywhere from 3 to 30 sales conversations per week. Now that depends on your type of product. So like at the VIP Center, we've got private event booking. We should be having probably in the 20s to 30s of conversations per week because we get a ton of leads. I mean, we're getting so many leads that we really can't keep up with them. So, and that poses a great problem, where we need more help. But if you're doing more of a high dollar, a high ticket sales, like you're a high-end coach and you're selling a package for $10,000, it's very reasonable to say, you're aiming for 3 sales conversations a week. 3 sales conversations per week. And then our operations day to day, 16 hours. The truth is that you're spending most of your time doing the day-to-day stuff, and it can suck up your time. As a matter of fact, last year, this took up about 60% of my time being in the daily operations. And I've got to change that this year because we were growing, and that means I got to give other people opportunities. Now, if you're in business for yourself, day-to-day operations, this number is obviously going to go up, right? Because you're really at the beck and call of the business and the leaders and the powers that be above you. So, but even so, some of these things are going to be more applicable to you. I mean, like in the corporate world, you're managing your own brand. You're managing your own visibility, getting exposure, practicing social agility, all that. Working on your finance, the finance piece of your business. That's your business budget, having a dashboard so that you can look at the numbers that you've been getting to see, we can get in our heads and imagine, oh, we're doing great. But then we got to look at the numbers and say, okay, so are our numbers going up? Are we making progress? Because if they're not going up and they're not making progress, then that tells you that there's something missing and that there's a change that needs to be made. I also added in here spiritual and faith development. And I put 5 hours per week. I have just come to learn through trial and error, trying to do it all myself, that when I try to do it all myself, I waste a lot of time. I waste a lot of time on ideas and directions that I'm not supposed to go. So putting God first and asking him first saves you a lot of time. And then personal development. Personal development is a must. Now, whether that is you learning, a new system, that's more along the lines of professional development. Could be you spending time doing some mindset coaching. That's personal development. Could be you going to a conference to just fill your bucket. That is also personal development. Okay, so here is the assignment. Now that we've gone through that, you can see just some of the general buckets that we really have to split our time, spread it across. So what I want you to do is I want you to do a time study, and I want you to pick a day to start this and work your way back, okay? So want you to, let's say that you decide, okay, I'm going to do this today. And so tonight at the end of my day, I'm going to write down, something, how I spent my time. How did you spend your time this day? What were you doing? Was it personal or work related? And rate the importance of this on a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being extremely important. And I want you to just be real and transparent with yourself. If you were spending time, flicking through Netflix and you did that for 4 hours, that's a pretty significant chunk of time, and you'll want to record that. You don't want to record things like, I went to the bathroom, that took 5 minutes. So we don't want that. We're looking for those things that are, that you're really spending a lot of time on. I spent half a day on this project here, just trying to work through and develop this project. I spent 1 hour at dinner with my family. I mean, if that's so, capture those things. You can also do this in a journal. You can duplicate this table, and then what we're going to do is we're going to come back next week and see where you've been spending your time. Okay. Okay. Anybody have any questions?
I was just going to say, this is good. It's good timing, because even when I look through these things, this is what leads me to believe I am running my business still from a just worker, executor, employee standpoint. I'm like, I don't do this. I don't do any of these, but I know I'm busy all day. So what am I doing? And I haven't even thought about doing some of these things. Which that's not true. So some of these things I do want to work on, but so this is a good list. And it's also a good list to challenge myself on, to say, well, let's spend 2 hours this week. What does that look like for you?
Right.
So, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you, Dee Dee. It's a great list because like there are some things there that I can look at and say, I just naturally gravitate towards certain ones. And I'm probably spending more than the time that you recommend. Okay. So, and so it makes you, it's a great reminder of, okay, I'm spending too much time on, operations, day-to-day stuff.
Right.
And I need to spend more time on marketing, sales funnels, and materials. Yeah.
I like what you said, because I feel like there's mindset issues, because that's what I'm finding. Like, so you were saying, Esther, like, this is what I gravitate. Well, it makes it easier, but there's a reason why you don't want to move to the other things. So that helps me too. But I wanted to know specifically, when it comes to my business, is it the business development, customer relations development? Is that me shopping? Like, where does my shopping and all that stuff, where do I put that? Is that operations day to day?
Yeah. So when I say operations, one thing that can include is your actual client work.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So I would say that it falls under the operations.
Okay, thank you.
I just had a quick clarification question. Next week's the fourth Wednesday. So are we doing this, or are we doing the write a book?
Actually, we're kicking off Write a Book. I forgot about that. Sorry, you guys. So that'll give you more time to do your time study. So we will do this week after next. Thank you for catching that, Rachel.
So, Angie, do you want us to register separately for the Write a Book? Okay. Okay.
No, if you're automatically in it, it comes with a part of your coaching. Yeah. The other, real quick, I put the correct link in for One Day to Clarity. Marty, thank you for catching that. So the actual one is in there now. You'll want to, if you're going to want to do that, you'll want to click on that and make sure that you have that before you jump off the call.
I got it.
And the code is VIP 59.
Got that. Yep, I just put it in.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Is the code VIP 59 for the book sessions? Do we need, I'm sorry.
You are the only one that has that other special code.
So just use that for everything. Me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And then really quick, the business strategy. So to make this a little bit simple, I guess, is it okay if I just focus on a year and then I break that down each quarter, and then I feel like everybody has a different formula how they do their bit. Some do like 5 years. I can't do that right now. It's too much.
I'm not even asking you to do 5 years. I'm asking you to,
You're like just next week.
Yeah, I don't ever go past a year, because I have learned that things are subject to change. And especially in your first 5 years, no 2 years are exactly the same. And it's,
right. Yeah. Okay.
So you can do that. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So to be clear, next Wednesday is our kickoff for Write a Book in a Year. And then the following Wednesday, which is that the first?
That's February 1st.
Yeah. So it'll be that first Wednesday. We'll come back and see what happened on the time study. All right. Okay. All right, everybody. I hope you have a fabulous day, and I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Hey, Crystal. Oh, she jumped off.
Angie, I'll send you that flyer through
Okay.
through Canva. Thank you so much for your help with that. I appreciate it.
You are welcome. You're welcome.
Oh, she just jumped back on. I'll leave.
There he is.
I was like, I heard my name right at the last second. I'm like, oh, let me click that right back.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I was wanting to tell you, I know we've been getting a lot of leads through Event Detective, and I'm just loading you down, and I feel guilty. So
You're fine.
okay, if you need my help on, quotes or anything like that, please tell me and let me know. Okay, I won't
Yeah.
be. I want to help, but I know that we need to have a better, a more effective strategy. And I'm just wondering if there's a way to, maybe we train up Lori to do something.
Yeah. I know that let's see, because I'm thinking that too.
Or either that, or we get somebody. I mean, we really try to find another person and they can come in and.
Because I'm just thinking it's just because when I'm gone on Tuesday, it's like a lot.
Yeah.
Because it seems like for some reason on Tuesdays we get a whole bunch. So then I have, the ones I didn't finish on Monday because I left early. And then I had all of Tuesdays. And then this morning's that came in while I was doing the tour. So it's kind of like and then I was like, straightening up to do the tours and run down doing laundry. And if I have to do an Airbnb clean,
I couldn't get the tablecloths washed last night because Devin was doing laundry.
Yeah. So it's like, it is what it is, so it's like, it's fine, it's fine. So, and it's just all those little things. And, but I think I have a majority of them that I should be able to knock out today. It's like, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of them opened up and getting ready to knock those out. Because I just now seen your email too of the ones that we need to respond to. So there's even more than those that are on that list. So it's kind of like I'm still making my way through all the emails too. Because that's kind of like how I was like, I'm keeping them in my email to make them as like my task.
Right.
Until I can get them all cleared out.
So I just caught a glimpse this morning about the HoneyBook instant booking thing. So there's a webinar, they're doing at 2:00 today that I was going to jump on to see. They tell you how to do it and everything. So I was going to watch that. And I'm hoping that maybe this could even alleviate some, I don't know. I'm just hoping that this, what I'd like for people to be able to do, I'd like for them to be able to go in and pick and choose, and then kind of like peer space. That's what I would like to see happen in HoneyBook. And so I'm hoping that this is somehow leading to that, and alleviate some of our pressure here.
Yeah, it's like, and but then again, it's going to be kind of a little tricky because if it's one that is that same time frame and they have just the training room, is it going to book it like it's not available when we could book the front half for a smaller group?
Yeah, I don't know. So we'll see.
Yeah. Well, it's like, but if it could give, some instant bookings or reserve a space, answer these questions instead of going with the questionnaire that we send out and never get returned sometimes.
Really? Oh, the questionnaires.
Yeah. The email that says, here, fill out this questionnaire, and then they never do.
Right. You're talking about after they book?
Yeah, like hey, do you want, are you having alcohol? Are you, how do you want your tables? Yeah.
Okay.
That questionnaire. Because a lot of my tour bookings are really just to talk about setup. They're pretty sure they know they want it. They just want to come in here and talk about setup. And like the girl this morning, that's what she wanted, and then she wanted to book. She just says, I just need to go home, talk to my husband, and then we'll decide. And I was like, okay. And then the one girl that you asked me to call, she booked a 3-day. So I gave her, she was wanting to book 3 separate days, like a Friday from like 4 to 9, Saturday 4 to 9, and then Sunday in the morning. And so we picked the weekend that we don't have church, so she could get that. So I sent that proposal over to her, gave her like a 15% discount because she just wants 5-hour basic, because she's just doing meditation, yoga type stuff. And I'm like, okay. It's like, if you only knew what yoga really was about.
Yeah, devil worshiping.
I know. I was like, jeez.
Plead the blood of Jesus over that room.
I know, I'm telling you.
Okay, so that was that Marcy Grayson.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Mhm.
All right. Well, I've got Event Detective. I've just been responding to those, and like today I just sent a couple of, there's a lot of wedding plus reception things, so I've been sending them the brochure. I'd really like to get some of those on the.
Yes. So that one is, I know that you said you sent her the wedding brochure. I have her as soon as she is like my next one to, as soon as I finish that Kelly, no, that's corporate. The Jarena, that's the one, right? That Jarena Price, the wedding reception for February 1st. Yes, she is my next one.
Okay.
I'm going to give her a phone call.
So the goal, I want to have a goal that we get them numbers of some kind within the first 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So,
like the general quote.
yeah, I mean, I wonder if we even just take the time to create a blanket, based on what you requested, we just start creating templates for that and we just hit the button.
I think I have that going, like where it says whole first floor and I go like the 4 to the 6, and then I just black it out, block out what they, I kind of compare it, and I'm like, oh, they want 5 hours. So I change the price and then hour, and then I don't have to type all that out. So yeah, that's that has saved time. And it's like, and I'm thinking if, it's like, I know that's kind of like also the thing with, that I'm going to talk about tonight too, is because I want to, with me being gone on Tuesdays, I'm thinking I want to transition out and start working on Tuesdays, because there is so much that gets missed on Tuesdays. Mm-hmm. And then it makes my Wednesdays so much more. Right. So I'm going to, when I'm talking to them tonight, is like, what is the time frame that you're looking for me to be here? Because I'm trying to transition to working here on Tuesdays. Mm-hmm. And because if I can get, Lori and Bree to take those Saturday events, then I wouldn't, because right now I'm almost, sometimes I'm getting like 3 full days off or 2.5 days off, and I just was like, it's like, and then I was like, or even if it's just like a half day on Tuesdays or something, to where I can at least get, or a work from home half day on a Tuesday and just do nothing but respond in emails. It's like, there's no phone calls, there's no tours, there's something, like to where I'm not having a whole day missed. And then a lot of people reply on Saturday and Sunday. So I spend Monday catching up from the weekend.
Yeah.
If that makes sense of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe, and I don't know. The Event Detective is, I was just trying to think of a way to, those are just the leads that I want to respond to, and those you have to respond quickly. I mean,
yes.
I check it, 3 or 4 times a day to see if new leads are up, and, get, just start engaging them.
Yeah, I think Friday was the last time I was in there.
Yeah, I've been in there. And that's where some of our leads came from this weekend.
It's like, because I don't know what it was about this week where I can't, it's like the traffic is drove me nuts. I was like, I got here 8:45 today. The other day I had to zigzag and take it to East Street. I was like, oh my gosh. It's like it was like 9:30 by the time I got here. I was like, that's stupid. I was like, and then I left early, to go to the viewing. So it was like Monday was just catch up from the weekend. I couldn't even get into Event Detective. And then Jacob, he was sent me into tears.
We had somebody on Peer Space. I forgot all about responding to them.
Okay. I was like, that's I was like, my son was, I'm now just a friend. That's what because his little brother goes, who are you talking to, Bobby? And he goes, just a friend.
Do we have Friday, February 17th open? They're
Friday, February 17th.
wanting to do like some kind of paint and sip party.
Let's take a look. I want to say yes. Well, there's one person looking at it, but that person just is in the list that just sent an inquiry. She wants to do her son's first birthday, so that's probably going to drop off. So far, we haven't had any kids bookings. We got February 10th, February 24th open.
Okay.
Wide open.
So
Want to do a paint party?
yeah, we can also.
You'll bring in a big canvas. And be like, teach me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. That's my nerdy Star Wars reference. Oh, Angie Morell has booked a call.
She's
We
booked
got
a call.
Yes.
Okay.
So I think I'm just hoping to understand everything, including the different groups I'm in. Okay, so she's just wanting to understand her membership. And is she a Purple Life member?
She is Purple Life, and she is also VIP Business and Fit and Focused.
Okay, so she's all three. Okay, that's what I thought. I was like, I think I've seen her in everything. Okay.
All right. Let me see what he says here. All right. Forgot all about that. Let me look at Event Up. I feel like I'm drowning in this with you. I mean, just the different.
And then on Tuesdays, our Tuesday events are, once a month Tuesdays. Do you want me to invite Lori and Bree and Linda?
Yeah, they can absolutely come.
I told them to, but I want to reiterate it again to them.
I mean, anybody from our team can come to those things for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, nothing there. Let me check Gigster. This is my routine. Let's check all the platforms. Gigster has not yielded us anything.
I know. I keep clicking on that one too. It's like there's not much coming from that.
Yeah, Event Detective is the hot spot for us.
Yes, that is our go-to platform.
All right. Anything else?
I don't know. I think I got one more tour. Supposed to be here in 10 minutes.
Okay. All right, T. Well, I will let you go.
Yeah. All right. I miss you.
I miss you too.
It's like I missed your hug on Monday. I didn't see you on Tuesday.
You'll see me tomorrow. You will see me tomorrow.
I know. All right. I'll see you, girl.